Hello everybody, it's Barry here, and today we're just doing a quick walk around what's known as the Bourne Valley Greenway in Bournemouth, and we're starting off here with our wonderful green flag winning community pond, koi pond. As you can see as we go around here, this is the most beautiful little area in the centre of Bournemouth, and surrounded by our ubiquitous rhododendrons, which are not native to this part of the country, and some beautiful spring flowers coming out already. As you can see, look at the beautiful colours in those. Aren't they stunning? If anybody can tell me what they are, please leave it in the comments below. As you know, in April I'm doing all my walks in aid of the Royal British Legion Walk 100 campaign. Ta-da! So walk 100 miles in April for our veteran soldiers, sailors and Air Force personnel. So if you'd like to give a donation, particularly in response to this video, the links will be somewhere in here, if not in the description, in the comments below, because I'm still getting used to this YouTubey thingy. So, whoops. Today, by my new, just arrived, lightweight walking stick, which, look at this, it's so exciting. I'm getting old. It has a light on it so I can find my way in the dark. Not necessary today, with this stunning sunshine. I think I read that it's 18 degrees at the moment. It's just beautiful. Here we have a stumpery. Now these days these are very, very in vogue, but as you can see from the plaque here, Victorians love to collect ferns. Now, as you can see, this is a fairly modern stumpery, but this one has been planted in the Victorian style, just dumped, and as you can see, through nature's great glory, the ferns will grow. Excellent habitat for the smaller creatures on the planet, and somewhere for them to hide and do their little natural business. Let's wander down this path here, heading towards what sounds like a waterfall. It actually isn't. But here we are in Koi Pond. It's another addition recently, the Bug Hotel, and of course on two sites. These are going to help with the natural environment and help our insect wildlife to regain some of the planet that we're destroying. Every little bit helps, so if you've got the opportunity, put in a stumpery, put in a bug hotel. It doesn't have to be exciting, it doesn't have to be very posh. It doesn't have to be like this one here, for example, which is really quite stunning. It could be as simple as rolled up cardboard, toilet rolls and little tubes. See, look there, that's just rolled up packing cardboard and twigs. But all these places are where our little friends, as you can see, ladybugs, stag beetles. People don't like stag beetles, I love them. Great with a cricket bat. They can live in peace and harmony without threat. And so we'll continue our walk along. Now what you thought was the waterfall is actually the Bourne at probably its most exciting, in this double S-shaped weir, which obviously helps with the flow. And it flows into the pond here, which is full of ducks, and at some point we will also begin to see possibly some koi carp. When Captain Tregonwell and his successors in the Victorians laid out Bournemouth, they saw that there were so many little nooks and crannies where you can have these beautiful greenery spaces in what was basically an Industrial Revolution created town, or Industrial Revolution period, I should say. Hello, pig irons and ducky ducks. Can we see any fish here yet? No, it might be a bit further down, but we'll keep looking. This walk is going to go down the Bournemouth Greenway, or the Bourne Valley Greenway. Those of you who saw my complete failure of a video the other day in the rain near where I live at the other end of the Bourne Valley Trail will... There you go, spring garden. Some daffs and all the various little spring flowers coming out. Yay, primulas! We do have a good sense of community gardening in this town. So yeah, those of you who saw my previous video on Bourne Valley, we're now at the other end of it as it enters the northern part of the main conurbation of Bournemouth, and we're going to walk down through what is called Bournemouth Gardens, Upper Gardens, past the Red Fort, over the Chinese bridges and into the town. So stick with me, folks, speak in a minute. Okay, so I've come out to the pond. The pond is back over there now, behind that white car. And here we see the rockery plantation, produced and maintained by local volunteer gardeners. Stand over a bit older now, so you may be able to see it a bit better. It's now 70 years old this year on the 24th of May. For many, many years when I was growing up, this was rotten and not cared for at all. It had been left to go into wreck and ruin. But over many years, local gardeners and with the help of the council have maintained it, brought it back to life. And it's a beautiful stretch with some just stunning flowers in. And of course, the eponymous Bug Hotel. They're everywhere, everywhere, folks. The bugs are taking over. Look, they've even got beach huts. And why not? This is a seaside town. Now they are with their beach huts called Bee Haven, Sea View and Delight. As I said, there you go, there's the proof that you needed it. The rockery is being refurbished by volunteers with the Friends of Koi Pond. None of the plants are supplied by the Borough Pool. Unfortunately, the Borough Pool no longer exists. We're now all subsumed into the great and mighty BCP. I'm not getting political, but I'm a pool man. And it would be gratefully appreciated if they're not removed, because people can be very selfish. They see something nice, they want to take it home. If somebody would do that to Amanda Holden, get her off our screens. Anyway, speak to you soon. You gotta love this. Here's an arrow starting the Bourne Valley Greenway. Bournemouth Town Centre, 1¼ miles that way. Bournemouth University, 2 miles that way. Well, 2 miles that way you'll end up in the sea. Bournemouth University is actually 2 miles that way. God bless you, BCP. So there's that sign I've just ridiculed. And by the way, I was ridiculing Amanda Holden as well. I'm sure she's lovely. Here you see this beautiful folly, totally unknown of by even the majority of Bournemouth residents, with its weird statuary and its totally bizarre take on life. The beautiful, sorry about the sun, Villa Monica. Isn't it just a fabulous cacophony of different styles and tastes part French, part Italian. Not very British, but a truly beautiful and unique property. I do hope they don't mind me filming it, I'm sure they won't. And even through here to the ionic columns of the arbour. Wish my arbour looked that good. That's just stunning. See, when you walk, you get to see some beautiful spaces that normally you wouldn't see if you were driving or even cycling. So, do make the effort. Walk around where you live and find out about what's in your area. You may be surprised, pleasantly. As I've mentioned on a number of my videos before, Bournemouth itself is made out of 7 chines, or valleys, and this is the central chine, and you can just see just below that tree there in front of us is the running, where the primulas are, there's the running of the River Bourne. So these are very low lying, so all the planting has to be planting that will cope with a damp environment. So we have lots of grasses, sedges, which of course are a form of grass, the primulas. Rhododendrons will take anywhere apparently. Once you've got them, you can't get rid of the wretched things unless you cut them out. But beautiful, pretty, stunning in the way in which they're laid out. Have nothing but praise for our gardens department here in Bournemouth. But of course there still is the problem that you get a boggy area, and boggy areas growing. Nothing can be done about it. There's the Bourne, so close, yet so far. But just beautiful. Enjoy. Warned you it got boggy. I've actually had to put this raised wooden bridge over it, because even though the Bourne is quite low-lying at the moment, there she be, the water will seep up, as you can tell. Sometimes the water is sat there for so long, it actually forms its own microhabitat. All part of the beauty of this lovely area. And there's daffodils in the distance. I should say, I'm doing this walk on Good Friday, 7th of April I think it is, 2023. And it really is a very good Friday. It's lovely. A beautiful venue and space to walk and contemplate about life in all its resplendent uniqueness. Blah, 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 blah. I don't think I'm ever going to be the poet laureate. Onto another wooden zigzagging path through the bog. Let's take that for a little bit. I'm actually on my way to a friend's afternoon birthday tea in a wonderful and fully inclusive cafe in the Triangle in Bournemouth called Flirt. Now, they don't sponsor me. If they'd like to, they're very welcome to. And do hours on Flirt. But it's a wonderful space. So if you're ever in Bournemouth and want something nice to eat in convivial company, and if you've got your dogs with you, you can take your dogs in there as well. Lovely place. Might show you a shot of it from the outside when we get there. What are these? I have no idea. Look like there might be lilies of some sort. Perhaps somebody can tell me. Still in the bogs. I mentioned about the Red Fort, and here we are. It approaches in the distance. It's a bit of a landmark in the gardens. It's Victorian, partially rebuilt in the 1900s, and it was originally used as a water cleansing and pumping station to help control the flow of the floods and also make the water more accessible to everybody else. Just go on across one of the many of the Oriental bridges as part of the design of Bournemouth. We can see it up a bit closer. Very occasionally it's open to the public to have a look round. I don't think it is today. It might be over the Easter weekend though. Have to look on the council website. As you can see, just, and again, a bit like that villa we saw, just a complete concoction, a fabrication, a folly for no other reason now than it still looks almost Disney-esque. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your golden hair and let's have some fresh water in the town, because that's what it was built for. Awesome blossom. Isn't that just magnificent? And the smell is outstanding. And then over there, yeah, more, but these are camellias, I think. By the look at them. That was cherry, these are camellias. You'd think we were in some sort of stately home gardens. Or queue. Not. Oh look, there's the lizard stump. Kept on because it looks a little bit, if you zoom in, a little bit like an iguana raising its head up on its neck. So you wouldn't think you're in a municipal town that's really only 150, 200 years old. All this established gardening has all happened since Trigonal first landed on owning a little piece of land at the mouth of this pathetic little river. And everything is built up around it over many years, and you can see we still have some of the older houses and lots of generational changes. There's 1930s there, Edwardian there, 1980s brick monstrosity there. We are so lucky. So come and visit. Come and see our beautiful town. Now, you know, I don't get paid for doing these. I don't monetize. I do it because I just love to share some of the history and the beauty of where I live and places I visit. So if you've liked this, please like and subscribe and keep watching. You're very, very welcome. Don't forget to donate if you can to the Royal British Legion Walk 100 Miles in April campaign, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.